Hi everybody. I'm Nori and I am from the Brewster Ladies Library and I am coming to you live from my kitchen table. And I'm here for another Facebook Live Crafty Corner Friday. um, Today, I hope everybody's having a lovely Friday. It's funny because I feel like all my story time videos, it's raining, and all my craft videos, it's lovely and sunny outside. um, anyway, today we're going to be making unicorns. I read a unicorn story during my story time on Wednesday. Every Wednesday morning, I've been doing story hour at 10:30, and every Friday morning, I'm doing a craft video at 10:30 while the library is closed. If you can't watch this whole video, I'm going to be posting it to our website, brewsterladieslibrary.org, under the Youth Services tab. If you want to come back and watch the rest of it later. Today, this is what we're going to be making. We're going to be making unicorns out of paper plates. The idea is that we're going to be making crafts in all these videos with materials that you most likely have around your house. The idea, hopefully, is that you have paper plates at home. If you don't, you're welcome to just cut out a circle out of white paper. Or use something else that's circular, like maybe a coffee filter to use as the face. I actually don't have paper plates at home. We just use plates. But I took these plates home with me when I left the library several weeks ago at this point. Anyway, paper plates, unicorns. If you want a couple minutes to grab supplies, what you'll need are paper plates. Good morning in the comments. Good morning. Good morning, Megan. So you'll need our paper plates and a Sharpie. On this one, I used a black Sharpie, but you can use any color. This one's purple I grabbed today, or a marker if you've got one, or a pen. You will also need a pencil if you've got one, a pair of scissors, glue. I happen to have both, so I grabbed both. I have a glue stick and Elmer's. If you just have one or the other, that's fine. I'm going to end up using both today. That over here. You're also going to need a bunch of paper. I used pink construction paper. I have a lot of scrap paper, so I'm just going to keep using what I cut from already, so I'm not wasting what I have. But I used white paper. So if you want to grab just some white printing computer paper. I used pink construction paper, and I have a little bit of scrapbook paper that's like different colors and patterns. If you have that, great. If you don't sweat it. You can use construction paper or just use white paper that you color with crayon or marker, or just white paper. You can use pretty much what you have. If you're someone at home that isn't as crafty as me and don't have a lot of different colored paper or paper, you can actually get really creative and use cardboard if you want. It's not as easy to. You've gotten like Amazon boxes or something recently, you can cut up cardboard and use instead of paper, or a grocery bag. If you have like a paper Stop and Shop bag or something, you can just cut it up and use that instead of paper, or newspaper. I happen to have a lot of scrap paper, so that's what I'm going to use. I also had feathers and sequins. Okay, so I use them. If you don't have feathers and sequins, that's okay. You can always just decorate with markers. And yeah, so that's all the supplies. Plate, paper, scissors, glue, marker, pencil, and anything decorative you might have, like sequins or glitter or stickers maybe if you have them, or feathers. And I'm going to put this down. Okay, I'm going to put my unicorn aside and started. So, the first thing that we do to make our unicorn is grab our paper plate. Mine has a hole in it because I use them for a different craft. So I'm actually just gonna, that's what I'm gonna cover up with my unicorn horn. But I think the first thing I want to do is make my unicorn horn. And I made mine out of this really cool colored craft paper that I had. And I think maybe I'll just do that again so I can keep the same size. So, you know, I kind of want to make it out of blue paper this time. It's a different color unicorn. All right. So this is where your pencil will come in handy. You're going to draw a unicorn-shaped horn on your paper. And what I actually do is I fold your paper in half because you're going to want 2 pieces of paper for the unicorn horn. I'll actually be able to like fold this so you can see what I'm doing better. Hopefully my computer doesn't go to sleep when I do that. There we go, better. Okay, so then on the piece of paper, we're going to draw our horn. And I'm not an exact person, but I'm going to measure it. Probably about like 2 to 3 inches long. And he has about like 3 bumps to the unicorn horn. So I'm going to do like 1 bump, 2 bumps, and 3 bumps. And that 3rd bump has a point. And then we're going to do it on the other side. 1, 2, 3. And I just did that in pencil. Okay, I'm going to put this back up. There we go. And then, so that's my unicorn horn. And again, I did it on a folded piece of paper. So when I cut it, it's going to cut 2 horns instead of just 1. And I'm going to cut it. Cutting our unicorn horns. And this is just a really fun, simple craft that you can hopefully do with supplies that you have from home. I think we want 2 sides. We want 2 sides to the horn, so then it's double-sided. And that is a trick I did not teach myself. I learned it from fellow youth services librarian Cheryl. So if she's watching, I learned this from you, Cheryl. So then I have 2 horns, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my plate, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue with my glue stick. I'm going to glue one side of the horn to one side of my plate. And I want it just so there's a little bit of the horn at the top. We're going to be gluing stuff later on the top of the plate, but we do want just a little bit of the horn showing. Maybe like 1/4 of an inch. Anyway, so I'm just going to glue about 1/4 of an inch on the horn. The stick's like jammed there. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to glue more. I'm going to glue the whole horn because I'm eventually going to want the whole thing to stick. Take back what I said. So it's cool that I have purple glue because you can see how much I'm gluing. So I glued the whole horn, and I'm actually going to glue it how I want it, where I want it to be. on my unicorn, which is right there. And you can still see there's lots of glue on the back of my horn. And I'm going to take my other side of the horn. I'm going to glue that too, just so it sticks really well. And the cool thing about these purple glue sticks is they dry clear. And then the trick is to match the other one. So I'm going to match my other side. So that way the blue is on both sides of the unicorn horn. Ideally, if I was at the library, I'd probably make the unicorn horn out of cardstock so it would be harder and stand up better. But at least this way, it's double-sided paper, so it is a little thicker. And with the double layer of glue, hopefully that helps it be a little thicker too. I don't have cardstock here. All right, so we have our horn on our unicorn. The next thing I do is I make my unicorn ears. I'm going to put them down. And the ears for my unicorn have two parts to them. There's like the outside of the ear, and then I made the pink inside of the ear, like for kind of like a cat ear or a bunny, but smaller. So for the ears, I don't think I have scrap paper for white. So I'm just going to start with a fresh one. I just have regular like computer paper that I just grabbed from the printer. But again, if you don't have paper at home, you can get creative and just use magazine paper or cardboard or whatever you can find. The paper is much easier to cut. And I'm going to do the same thing because I'm going to want it double-sided again, just so it's a little bit thicker. However, because unicorns don't just have one ear, they have two, I'm going to fold, I'm going to lower this so you can see it. I'm going to fold my white paper 4 times. So because he has 2 ears. So when you double 2, it becomes 4. So when you fold your paper 4 times, 4 into a square, and I'm going to draw sort of like cat ear shape. And you want the to be a little bit bigger because the pink part will be a little bit smaller. So I'm going to do sort of a cat ear triangle shape. Actually, I don't feel like that's big enough. Hence the pencil. I like to erase a lot. I'm going to make it that size so you can see better. And then I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to put this back, Logan. And then like that. And then I'm going to cut out my ears. And then hopefully I folded everything right so there'll be 4 ears. And if it's too big, I can always cut it a little smaller if it's too big. All right, so I did that right. Good. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ears. Great. What I do like, I don't like how I have lines on one of them. My inner perfectionist. So I'm going to erase some of the pencil lines. And I'm probably going to glue over it. And then it's kind of the same deal as how we glued on the unicorn horn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one ear and the other ear. I'm going to lower this again, just a little. Okay, these are my 4 ears. Here, so you can see. All right, so I'm going to take this ear And I'm going to position it. Can you see this? Here you go. So it's on the back of my plate. And I'm going to put glue all over it. One ear. Again, it's sort of like how we did the unicorn horn, but it's for the ears. So put glue all over one ear. And I'm going to position it so it's like at an angle. I can show you better on the camera. So it looks like that. And then I'm going to glue another ear just so it sticks really well. I'm going to glue the whole other side. See? And then I'm going to stick it so it gets to about the same spot. Oh no, I just moved it. Okay. And I'm going to press it down. Maybe count to 5. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that purple glue is really shining through. But I am going to put a layer of pink paper on top so it won't show. But it does dry clear. My horn is coming off a little, so I'm also going to put a little more glue. I want that guy to be really good. Okay. So just so you can see, I got the horn in one ear. Press it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I'm going to work on the other ear. So, same story. I'm going to put glue all over one ear. I'm going to press it down. Turn around so you can see him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got the wiggles a little. I've been sitting a lot this morning. Okay. And then make sure that's about even. Okay. Or is it this way? No, it's this way. Okay. Then I'm going to glue my other ear. Again, I'm going to glue a whole side so it sticks really well. Getting a little glue on my kitchen table today. I'm going to have to really scrub it down later. Okay. Okay, so you see all my glue. And there we go. I'm just going to press it down. I'm going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. And there I have, let me put this up again. And then you can see my face. And then I have the white parts of his ears. It's kind of cute. He doesn't even necessarily need the pink parts of his ears, but, or her ears. But I'm going to give him pink too. I have it, so why not? Alright, so I'm going to put him down. And I have some cut out pink paper for sure already. I do. So I'm going to do my pink paper. You don't need pink necessarily on both sides of his ears, because pink's usually only on one side. I don't know why I just pointed to my ears. So I'm just going to fold the paper twice for the pink part of his ears. And again, move him. I can move this down. I'm going to draw sort of a triangular ear shape to go for his inner ears. I'm thinking. It'll be sort of like the same size as the white one, so maybe I'll move that here and then make something to fit on the inside. Aha. Like that. Put that back. Okay. I'm getting used to the camera angles here. Alright, so I'm going to cut the inner ear, the pink part. Alright. Got it. This to the side. And then I have my two pink inner ears. These came out really small looking at this time, but that's okay. Alright, so then I'm going to glue my pink ears. Again, it's just the whole part of the pink ear. And I'm going to place it on the inside of the white and press down for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't have a different colored paper at home, I would just cut out the same color paper and then just color it. Crayon or markers work. But I think still having another piece of paper gives it a good layering effect. So that different layering effect can make all the difference, I think. There we go. And then I'm going to do my other pink ear. Again, I just did the whole that whole ear. I'm going to press it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's just so much fun. I love making unicorns. Okay. I also learned that we had a National Unicorn Day last week, so it's a good day to make a unicorn. So that's the ears and the horn of the unicorn. The next thing I did was I drew on the eyes. So I'm going to actually lower this again. Close my glue stick so it doesn't get all dry. And again, I think this works the best if you have a Sharpie, just because it's the darkest. Last time I used a black Sharpie. This time I'm going to use purple. But it works good with marker too, or a pen if you don't have that stuff at home. I hate the smell of Sharpies, but so if you don't have them, at least you don't have that awful smell. And again, I just sort of did a line with eyelashes for the unicorn eye, but you could draw a circle and a dot, or if you have googly eyes, you can make the eyes however you want to. I'm going to do that little line with the eyelashes again, I think. Okay. So that's my unicorn eyes. All right. And then I made little cheek circles for my unicorn, like little blush. Make that a little bit darker. Okay. So for that, I just cut 2 little circles. Again, I had pink paper that I folded in half. Like I folded it in half. And I drew 1 circle that I used for 2 cheeks. You know, it doesn't have to be totally perfect. I hope you can see it. Like that's my circle. All right, and then I'm going to cut it. Let me cut out my little circle. Two, hard to say, 2 little circles, and I'm going to put this down a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to glue those 2 little circles. And just stick them on the unicorn for the cheeks. Cheek 1. Press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to do the other cheek. And do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then I'm going to erase this background. Hello. And there's my unicorn so far. All right, so that's the simple part of the unicorn, and then the next step is when we get to more of the fun decorating part. I love decorating and I love sparkles, so I'm kind of gonna go for it. But again, it sort of depends on what you have at home. If you're more limited, this is when I would say just go for it at the top, and you could do it with markers, glitter, buttons work too. Kind of anything you have that's loose, sparkly, colorful, I would put it at the top of the head of the unicorn. I happen to have sequins and feathers, so that's what I'm going to use. This time I picked out a pink feather, and I really like feathers because they can get really fuzzy and fluffy and kind of look like a mane of a horse or a unicorn by chance. So I'm going to actually purposefully pull it apart so it gets more kind of fuzzy. Oh, I kind of ripped it a little, but that's okay. And I'm going to do that. So that way when I put it on the top of my unicorn, it's going to kind of look like unicorn mane-ish. I say that loosely. And I'm going to glue it with my Elmer's. So when it's glued, it will be, it's like hard to show you, it will be kind of like that. Pull it apart a little more. Maybe I'll do it from this side this time. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the way I did the feather was I kind of had to use a whole ton of glue. Yeah. So I'm going to glue kind of a whole bunch, a lot on the head. So I'm going to put this down again. The head of the unicorn, sort of up here. And you can just go for it with the glue, because this is where all the extras are going to go. If you don't have Elmer's, I'm going to see if you can see it better. That's about the amount of glue. At home, you can just use excessive amounts of that glue stick too. My fingers are going to get a little messy. That's quite all right. Okay. Wipe it on my scrap paper. Okay. So you can kind of see that's how it looks at the moment. Keep wiping on my scrap paper. So I forgot my paper towel this time. Okay. And then I'm going to keep going from here. I have a whole bunch of sparkles. I'm going to put here. I hope you can see. I don't want to get glue on my computer. And I'm going to add actually more glue, believe it or not, to get on my sparkles around the mane of my unicorn. So he looks a little messy right now. You can see him. But I put a lot more glue on because that's where I'm going to add the sparkles. And I'm just going to add a whole lot of sparkle right now. And let's see. And I learned from last time to pick out the sparkles I wanted in advance. So I wasn't searching for all the colors while I was filming. Because I do have certain colors I wanted. But you can use whatever colors you want. It doesn't really matter. I was going pink and gold and silver today. Was what I had in mind. I guess my unicorn has a color scheme. Lots of stars. Okay. And if you have a really cool looking unicorn, or if you just want to share what you made, I would love to see it. Nobody's really showing me what they're making at home, but I'd love to see it in the comments. I know people are watching these videos. I'd love to see what you're making too. Yeah. Let's see. How much sparkle can one fit on one unicorn? That is the question. It's a very important question. Let's see. I have to add more glue soon, I think. I have a lot more sparkle. Okay. A little more sparkle on the sides. Yellow on this side. My fingers are coated in glue right now. That's okay. Why not? Here we go. I am almost, I think, done. I think this unicorn is going to be a little more sparkly than my initial unicorn. I'm going a little going a little out there on this one. Okay. Oh no, I'm losing it. There you go. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, put that over. And I think I am all set. All right, I'm gonna move this back up. Hi again. It's tilted down there for a while. Anyway, I think I finished my unicorn. Look at my sparkly unicorn. So now my first unicorn has a friend. No idea what I'm gonna do with both of them now. But anyway, I have two unicorns. I hope you made a great unicorn today. That was a lot of fun. I have so much fun with these craft videos. Anyway, it's a beautiful day outside. I hope you got to make a unicorn, and I hope you have a great day. Please tune in Wednesdays for Story Hour at 10:30, Fridays at 10:30 for Crafty Corner. I'll be doing them as long as the library is closed. My name is Nori. I miss you from the Brewster Ladies Library. And I hope you have a great day. So till next time, I will hopefully talk to you later. Bye.